Hi there, I'm Fabiana, and today I'll be showing you how you can use ydata-sdk inside of a Google Colab. We know that synthetic data generation can be quite handy from different use cases, such as balancing classes or even data sharing. So that's why it's so important that you can use it even inside other environments like Google Colab that are so handy in many data science workloads. So I'm going to start by installing my package. As you can see now, it's just installing the requirements, pretty straightforward. And after that, I'll just need to import OS so I can set my environment variable. In this case, the token or the authentication to the services is done through tokens. And as you can see, that's the information that I'll be needing to go and grab from my Fabric environment. I'll be showing you where. Here is my environment for Fabric, and here is where I can get my token. Copy, paste it, and we are good to go. Of course, I'll need a data set as well for the purpose of this example. So I'm just getting .dataset, import, get dataset. Here you can find some, you can import some really handy datasets that are pre-available. In this case, I'm just going to get the census or out dataset that you can also find in Kaggle. Let's see if the data is here. Voila, all okay. So let's get to the good stuff and create our synthesizer, shall we? So in this case, I can import or I have to do the import to get my synthesizer. I know this is tabular data, so I'll get my regular synthesizer. Exactly. We have everything documented in our docs.sdk.ydata.ai, but you can also find that is quite handy just to use the autocomplete from Google Colab. Just going to start my define a synthesizer using the same class that we have imported and fit to my data set. As you can see, the interface, the code interface is very similar to scikit-learn, so you can be very familiar and there is no learning curve to adapt. And I'm going to fit now my data. So now we have the data being sent to Fabric, we have the synthesizer being created at the same time, and all the process of training the synthesizer is being done on the cluster. As soon as the cluster or the training finishes, we can just start sampling data from our synthesizer as many times as we want. And that's exactly what I'm going to do as soon as this finishes. I can request as many samples as I want. This receives an integer, so I can just ask, for example, for 1000 rows. Now that our synthesizer is already trained, it's time to generate our sample with 1000 records. The process can take a few seconds, and as soon as it's available, you will get all the feedback into your Google Colab cell. And afterwards, let's have a look on how the synthetic data looks. Here we go. Okay, looking good, looking very similar to our original data set with the same characteristics, and just a few seconds in a familiar environment like Google Colab. Hope you have enjoyed.